less of a nightfall feast.
To break bread in Shah's name, then spill blood in her name. Sacred.
What's that?
It is very much like Nyxx to cut Shadowheart off mid-sentence. I also find it hilarious that we still technically don't know that Shadowheart worships Shar because Nyxx just hasn't asked about it.
Curious. That stone there's been pried loose. Prime spot for an ambush.
Those falling yellow drops are actually an enemy. I believe they're acid blobs. That's what it would be if it was Dungeons & Dragons. Maybe an ooze. Anyways, so we're going to sneak past them so that we don't alert them.
For discretion.
And I think I'll just take a Starion on this one.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
ABC, always be crouching. That was my motto when I played Skyrim.
Tools and a thick rope. Someone climbed up from down below.
There was one more blob to sneak past, and then we
What
jumped
now?
over onto this ledge to find the door.
With pleasure.
Let's move.
Hold it! I swear to Ironhand. One more step, and a blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder.
Easy now. Let's not do anything hilarious.
Shut your mouth, Hoon, or I'll shut you down.
Nyxx probably wouldn't do this for most people, but we'll pick the monk option. Raise your hands in a show of peace.
I know what you are. One of Nere's cult goons. Sailed right in. Better to die in this shit heap than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me.
Alright, peace didn't work. If I was a true soul, you'd be dead. Stand down before you hurt yourself.
Not a true soul. And I'm supposed to believe that. Shit. I can't do it. Go on. Drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer.
I need something to blow up the cave in. I don't want you. I will take that smoke powder, though.
You want to barter with rune powder? Look, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Any true Ironhand would trade their life for a grain of this stuff. I'll spare you a vial.
What good is a single vial?
A barrel of this could light up the Underdark. A vial is plenty. Just let me go my way.
Very generous of you. I accept. Where will you go now?
I go where there's shit to stir. And there's no shortage of options. I'm getting gone. You ought to do the same.
Let's loot and then head back to the other two. We've now crossed over to the west side near the waypoint.
If you aren't here to inspect the stonework, then get lost. And if you are, well, I doubt you've got anything useful to say.
Cool.
How peculiar. Smooth face, cobbled edges. They're a sign. They must be. What luck. Look here, Hoon. I seek fresh eyes. Care to lend yours to a weary mason?
A suspiciously eager welcome from a Dwergar.
Ease your suspicions. I've got no mind for slaving. My passion is stone, and my god is the chisel. But these learned eyes reach their limits, and so I must humbly request yours.
Fine. What should I be looking at?
The rock, the rubble, all of it, if I may be so bold. Take a look. Tell me what you see, and be thorough.
Okay, we'll just go down the list. Start with the history check.
The statue's meandering curves and golden edges stand out against the weathered masonry behind it. Two styles, two eras. The statue was carved from newer stone and erected by latecomers to this ancient fortress.
Anything standing out?
Now investigation.
Boulders and stone bricks of various sizes clutter the corridor, many split cleanly in two. Yet some walls remain fully intact. No quake brought these rocks down. They were smashed through in an instant. Something big charged through here. Something very big.
What do you think?
And perception.
Several glassy stones stand out in the debris. Their borders are coated with tiny yellow crystals. The hottest of flames smoothed the stone and left sulfuric crystals behind. The fires of the hells have touched Grymforge.
I'm ready to report my observations.
Incredible. An entire history risen from dirt and debris. Picture it. An ancient city, hewn from the stone by disciples of Shah, later abandoned. Untold centuries later, a new tribe revives it. Fresh walls, fresh sculptures, until a great hell beast charges through, toppling the walls and crushing the people. That explains the infernal plate I found. Perhaps you might have use of it. But my work has only begun. There is more still to find. I must get to it.
I'd like to trade.
Well, let's see what you've got.
I'll just offload some junk really quickly.
That's all then.
Ruin has a story to tell. That much is true, at least.
Tired. Sleep.
Rest, little one. But do not take long. I feel his shadow. I heard his name whispered. The rock shivers from the sound. The Ketheric Thorm.
Ketheric Thorm, a familiar name. Halsin mentioned his stronghold deep underground.
Do you mean Ketheric Thorm, the Dark Justicia commander?
Mighty elf, cloaked in darkness. 10 masters ago, and 10 more. But I remember. There was the work, and the blood. There was the Thorm's army. There was the Hellbeast that broke them. The Ketheric Thorm's name faded into stone. Until the Nere came.
What kind of hell beast could have destroyed Kethric's army?
I saw tusks and flesh, smelled fire and eggs. It came with the masked men, crashing and smashing.
That was a long time ago. What does Nere have to do with Ketheric?
I know not, so I say not. Yet I hear his name again, said by the shadows.
Impressive memory. How old are you exactly?
I outlived my mother, and her mother's mother, and many mothers beyond. Blessed to see many live, cursed to see many die.
Yikes.
As you look at the skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
Dark Justicia uniforms. These were Shah worshippers. Her most elite warriors. Curious.
Yeah, it makes sense there would be Shar worshippers at an old Sharan temple. Let's do this one a little sarcastic. Oh, ominous. Let's not linger.
As you like. Hopefully my own remains are treated with a little more dignity when the time comes.
Oh, come on.
These corpses prove one thing. This is the city Halsin mentioned.
You, grab a cane and whip these Drugnin beasts into shape. That rubble needs clearing, and my patience is hanging on by an arse whisker.
Almost sounds like you're asking for help if I ignore your tone.
And it sounds like your arse wants for a lashing, the way you talk out of it. Something spooks the dumb shits. So stop your jawing and get to working.
Leave it to me. I'll show these deep Rothe who's in charge.
Go on then. Light a fire under the buggers.
That should have been a deception check.
Or I'll take a slice off your horn.
No more! No more pain, no more work! All must die!
Ooh. What has you in such a state?
All death, fire. I can smell it. It's too much anger. I can't hold it in.
Give in to your rage and avenge your pain. Don't strike us all, just your masters.
Yes, they made the pain. Now they feel it.
Bloody Rothe have lost it. Put them down, and the shark too.
Perfect.
Dwergar can't hurt anymore. We'll wait until it's safe to leave.
Can you do me a favor and smash through the rubble before you go?
You helped me. I help you.
Are those specks of adamantine in this slag?
Grey One's gone. Good. We'll stay here until it's safe to leave.
We won't head through this entrance just yet. We have some gnomes to save first.
Faster! Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Can't wait to pay these bastards back. Lick for lick. Just say the word.
Move! I don't have time for you.
How's the dig going?
Poorly, obviously. Tunnel collapsed on a True Soul. Absolute's going to eat my liver. Now move! I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories. Just an echo of scars that never healed.
A True Soul, eh? Useless wreck of a looker could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnel's collapsed. Trapped True Soul Nere. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads.
No need for that. Nere's is the only head that matters to us.
How did Nere get trapped?
Place is older than bone dust. Previous tenants left a trap. Dropped a shit ton of metal once we dug a ways in. Get Nere out, and you'll have the Absolute's blessing. No doubting that.
And what were you hoping to find at this dig?
Entrance to an ancient temple. General's orders, Nere said. Must contain something important. He got me to recruit non-believers. But not everyone's seeing the Absolute's truth. They don't get paid soon. I'll have a riot on my hands.
I'll take care of it.
Thought you would. True souls don't abandon their own.
Look who it is.
Didn't you hear?
Ah, it's you. The mascot of my ill fortunes. Much as I'd love to chat, I'm not allowed social breaks.
You were on a quest, weren't you? Making progress?
I thought I was. I came down here looking for Wulbren. I suspected he and his little friends might have come to this region. And I was right. But I was too late. Wulbren had already been taken to Moonrise Towers. The rest, put to work. You won't find a worse gaggle of rare-dwells than these Ironhand Gnomes. Except for Wulbren. Desperate though his taste in companions might be. As I was contemplating his folly, I was spotted by a very ugly dwergar. Now, I dig. It isn't good.
That was quite brave of you.
I thought they'd be easy to outwit. I had an entire plan. Unfortunately, it didn't account for an army of mad Underdark cultists. Nor did I account for some captives to be trapped in with the drow after the cave-in. Too many permutations. Quite the headache.
Sounds like you need my help. Again.
Help would be welcome. Whether you're up to the job remains to be seen.
That sounds like a challenge. I'll take care of your captors, and I'll get you out of here.
You will? If you are successful, that would be most convenient.
I need to rip the extra flesh off your ears! Faster!
The gnomes speak in soft whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
Nyxx isn't really subtle, so...
Lungbug, hush! We're being watched.
We're working as we can. Very hard indeed.
I'm a friend. Bula sent me.
Glittering gods. She actually survived.
Praise Ironhand. Larida, our prayers are answered. Hear me out. Our friends are trapped in the cave-in, and I know a way to get them out.
Bug, please. True Soul Nere will... You know what he'll do.
Leave the true soul to me. Now tell me what you know.
Lungbug, don't!
I've got no choice, Larida. We have to chance it. A few days back, there was a scene. Our friend Philomene, she's a sapper, set off a blast and ran off. We set a spot for hiding if someone found trouble. I'll mark your map. If Philomene made it, you'll find her there. she'll have the stuff to blow that tunnel wide open and get Beldron and the rest out.
Philomene's safe. I have the powder.
She's all right. Thank the Stern himself. But the others... they'll die in that tunnel, if not by poison, then by Nere's hand.
Please, you have the powder? My Beldron will die back there. Blow up that wall, I'm begging you.
I'll do what I can.
Hurry! Our people won't last in that cave-in forever.
Alright, let's blow this thing up.
That should work.
Get out of the way!
One spark and it'll blow.
Blast the thing to bits!
Get out.
Beldron, can you hear me?
Finally. Worthless slaves. Your incompetence has been my ruin.
Nere does not fail.
Stop. No more innocents will die today, Nere.
You care for the weak, True Soul. Most curious.
The only weakness I see here is you.
You dare speak to me without due reverence. That was your first and last mistake. Thryn, carve out their heart and serve it to the Rothe.
If they are indeed a true soul, let the Absolute save them.
You so much as touch me, and I'll tear you limb from limb.
The Absolute guides my hand. You've chosen a battle you cannot win.
Dwergar, this true soul has betrayed us. Let their blood prove your devotion.
I'm going to leave the combat in the video this time because this fight is fun. And I'll kind of talk you through my strategy. I use Stunning Strike there because I'm trying to get around to Nere as quickly as possible. He uses Shield of Screams. And if you hit him when it's active, you take pretty insane damage.
Shall we cut and run?
Ooh, let's see if I can get all 4 people with this move. Yeah, nice. That's Whirlwind Attack. I believe that's a ranger move, but it comes as a feature of the weapon that he's using, which is from a mod. So if you want the weapon, check out my mods list. I know people really love the bear subclass of the Wildheart Barbarian, but I like Elkhart. That Primal Stampede move is so good, and you get increased movement speed.
Heretic! You should never have come here. Strike me and suffer.
Dang it, Shadowheart. Oh nice, it only healed herself. Gotta love those high dex character builds.
More.
This one's gonna hurt. But I try to play the character in combat as well, and Nyxx wouldn't run away from a fight. Maybe I can get him in one more hit? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, Shield of Screams. That took us down 33 hit points.
You first. On my way.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
If it ain't broke. Oh, I've also got Astarion in the Thief subclass, which gives you an extra bonus action.
I'm heating up. Watch this.
Can we reach? Oh, I know there's another invisible person over here. Let's see if we can find him with an area of effect spell. There we go. Nice try. Wow, I'm really getting some lucky rolls. They're missing a lot. And then there's Shadowheart.
Best be on my way.
I do really like the Monk of the Open Hand class, but I will say I do pretty much use the same moves every turn. But it definitely is efficient.
The dance macabre.
We'll at least get him closer.
Quickly.
I love how Astarion
Now
runs.
this is my happy place. Poor fucker.
Ooh. Can we get you there? No. Oh, 55% isn't great. Come on, Shadowheart. God dang it. Is the cleric really going to finish this off by pushing someone into lava? Yup.
There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
That was fun.
Beldron! I was so worried! Did Nere hurt you?
No, I'm all right. Did the sergeant hurt you?
Oh, who cares? We're together now, thank Ironhand.
They are so cute.
We ought to thank someone a little closer by, I think. Gaedel Ironhand you may not be, but you damn well fight like him. I'm grateful, don't mistake me, but why help us? You're one of them, aren't you?
The cult thinks it owns me. I beg to differ.
Well, that didn't much look like begging, but no complaints from me. Here. The Ironhand Gnomes honor their debts. With Wulbren gone, that falls to me.
Make it quick. We need to find Wulbren. Now!
You're a little late, Barcus, my lad. He's already been sent to Moonrise Towers. We were just slave hands to the cult, but not Wulbren. He knows things. Things they want to know, too.
What has he gotten himself mixed up in now?
Whatever the cult wants, I want the opposite. We need to free your friend.
You really would, wouldn't you? But not us. My people can barely stand, and we have business back in the city. That business is what sent us after the powder to begin with. Now, we'll have to make other arrangements.
And just like that, you'd leave Wulbren behind. I knew you lot were foolish, but I didn't know you were cruel.
If you knew half as much as you think, my lad, Wulbren might have kept you around.
If my path takes me to Moonrise, I'll see about freeing Wulbren myself.
He'd admire your resolve and your optimism.
Optimism, really?
My people will find somewhere to regroup across the lake. Then, onto the city. If you find yourself in Baldur's Gate, seek us out. We'll raise a glass to Wulbren together.
Wonder what Barcus has to say.
Well, you did it.
Don't sound so surprised.
Nothing good happens in the Underdark. You should know as well as I. As you know, some of the Ironhand Gnomes, my friend Wulbren among them, have been taken prisoner in Moonrise Towers. They're not even going after him. I wish I were surprised. And so, to Moonrise Towers I go.
First things first. You look exhausted. You should rest at my camp.
Rest at a drow camp? I'd be safer among mind flayers.
Wander off alone, and you might just meet them.
Fine. Show me where to go, and I'll try my luck. I'll have a better chance of rescuing Wulbren if I'm at my best. And, thank you.
I'm realizing now that may not have been the safest option, considering what happened with Alfira.
He did this to you.
Uh-oh.